Hey, how's everybody doing? My name is Christian Wagner, and I'm a Militant Thomist. So, today we're going to do something a bit different than usual. So, I'm not going to really have to even go in all the beginning stuff. I guess this whole stream is going to be kind of a beginning thing because I'm going to give you guys. Sorry, I'm tweeting right now because I completely forgot to tweet the links. I always do. There we go. Boom. So, as you guys know, sponsor to the show is fluentgreeknt.com. And when it comes to Fluent Greek, I just wanted to do a whole stream where I kind of just showed you guys how it worked. So if you guys are interested in learning Greek, then obviously stick around and watch. If you're not, still stick around and watch and join Fluent Greek because, advertising stuff, reasons shows that I'm a good salesman. Showing you guys why fluentgreeknt.com. Not that it needs much selling because of how amazing it is. But as a general background overview, I guess I'll talk a little bit about my background in Greek learning. So in high school, late high school, my senior year, I knew that I wanted to study theology, so I kind of memorized the alphabet and memorized pronunciation points and went over some basic grammar points. Learned English grammar. It was pretty helpful. And I did things like that, just little tiny things like that. And then once I got to undergrad, then I took formal Greek classes using a textbook. Do I still have the textbook? I don't think I still have the textbook anymore. I can't even remember the name of the textbook anymore, honestly, that I use. That's pretty bad. But it was just a general, really any textbook you get, more or less the same. I mean, with Fluent Greek, I'll get to it. He's gonna tell you which textbooks are the best. But I've always found that, at least for myself, that most of the textbooks I flip through cover the same thing. Some of them more pedagogically helpful, some of them less. But textbooks, you're gonna about get it's basically gonna be work put in gets work put out, and if you put X amount of work into X textbook or Y textbook, it's basically going to be same result. So I at first learned from a textbook like everybody else, and then once I got to grad school, I had taken Hebrew too. I started more Hebrew, a lot more Greek because Greek is still about my best language. Much better than my Hebrew, and then slightly better than my Latin. And I also started Latin learning then. But there was a slight difference because in my undergrad, as I said, and as I highlighted, I used a textbook. But when it came to my grad school classes, we did not use a textbook. We used what's called the natural method. So with the natural method of language learning, it's all about encountering the language as something which is living, not something which is like an organism to be dissected before your eyes, and then various little pieces of grammar which will be memorized and then all put together, and then somehow you're gonna learn it. No, that's not how they do it. The natural method, and I thought Athanase is an example of a Greek book which uses it. And then also for Latin, it's going to be Lingua Latina. That's an example of a Latin book that uses the natural method. So you have those two for Latin and Greek. And then let me try to think. I think there's another. Oh, for classes, you have the Ancient Language Institute. And I'm not getting paid to say all these people's names. I'm just throwing them out there for various examples. Ancient Language Institute, they have classes on Latin, Greek, Hebrew. I've taken classes with them before, and they've been really good. And then you also have, if you go to Bible Mesh, St. Andrew's has a Latin class that's pretty good. If you like asynchronic, that's how you say it. If you like asynchronic stuff rather than live stuff, I found that to be pretty helpful. I took some of their Latin stuff and I really liked it. But when it comes to the absolute beast to beat them all, because all of these options I've said to you before, they're either very difficult because Athanase and Lingua Latina, doing it alone, anybody who's attested to it, it is something which is extremely difficult. I mean, it's possible, but it is extremely difficult. And the only way I've been able to pass through them is from the fact that I was either working in the context of a class, or I had previous language learning skills in that language, or whatever it may be. But either way, it's either going to be very difficult, or you're going to be shelling out a lot of money. So classes, while it's not a terrible amount of money, I mean, any good class is at least going to be a few $100. And then once you've taken 3 or 4 classes like you need to, you're going to be getting in the thousands of dollars. And then if you're in seminary class, it's robbery. You'll get out there not knowing anything, and they'll have charged you 10 grand by the time you leave. It's really highway robbery. But the best solution, and there you go. The best solution for Greek is going to be what I'm about to show you. This baby, good stuff. FluentGreekNT.com. So what Fluent Greek NT does, and I'm about to take you through the whole process. Actually, I'll put myself like this. I'm about to take you through the whole process of going through, signing up, showing you everything they do. Because I mean, if you're going to spend money on something, you're going to probably want to kind of look to see how it works beforehand. And this is really the only video that's going to be showing this, because I am Fluent Greek NT's number one guy. That's Militant Thomist. I am their number one guy. So I will be personally taking you through everything from sign up to the first stages of everything. I'm their guy, so I will show you this. And if you use the code Militant, you can get 20% off for this. But this is what Fluent Greek NT does, is it takes the natural method, because natural method's amazing, but a bit of a downside, it's kind of difficult. Reading through Athanase, reading through Lingua Latina, it's a bit difficult. It is very difficult. And then you may need to get a class, which is very expensive. So difficult, perhaps expensive, and then not too user friendly. Although since there's no Fluent Latin Fluent Latin Summa Theologica, that's what we need. FluentLatinST.com. That's the next thing. But what was I saying? When it comes to Latin learning, I guess the closest thing that comes to how amazing Fluent Greek is for Greek is going to be St. Andrew's on Bible Mesh. It's pretty good. But when it comes to Greek, what FluentGreekNT.com does is they'll take the verbs in the New Testament. So in Greek, there's something called a verb system. You have present. You have present, active, indicative. You may have an imperative. You may have an aorist. You may have there's a lot of different categories you put them in, and then blah blah blah, case system, blah blah blah. Yeah, all that stuff. So you can have like a trillion different types of verbs, like the way in which it works. You can have it's very, very annoying, the amount of different verb endings that you have to memorize and such. But with Fluent Greek, you won't have to memorize them. What if you were NT's top guy? You can't just deny its calling. So true. But when it comes to the verbs, very difficult. A lot of different types, as I said. What they do is they're like, okay, what is the easiest type of verb? And it's going to be present aorist. What's the easiest type of verb we can find? And then what's the hardest type of verb we can find? And then what's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? So we're gonna place all these different verb types, easiest to hardest. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna line them all up, and then we're gonna take all of the verses in the New Testament, and then we're just gonna classify them by those verb types. So that's what Fluent Greek did. Stacked them all up. Said, okay, here's our stack of verbs and our stack of sentences. And then they did that ranking chart for every single verse in the New Testament. And then they're like, okay, how are we going to get people to be able to interact with them from easiest to hardest? So what they did is they have these very cool flashcard thingies, not really flashcards, but more like interactive like mega flashcard thingies where you can double tap something, see what the gloss is. You can interact with it. You can answer. You have to translate in English, and then you basically just go through and do that over and 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 over again. That's what you do. You say this Greek sentence. Okay, this is what I think. Boom. Next Greek sentence, same verb type, different verb, and then over and over and over and over and over again. And they have other resources, flashcards for grammar and such like that. But really, the bread and butter is going to be it's going to have what's called spaced repetition, to where you're going to see something, you're going to be like, okay, I know what this is. I've seen it like 5 times, so I know what it is. So it's going to say, okay, you kind of know what it is. So in, I don't know, 5 minutes from now, you're going to see it again. Then they're like, okay, you know what it was again. Okay, maybe tomorrow you're going to see it again. Okay, maybe next week. Okay, you really got this now. Maybe next month, and such and so on until basically you go through the entirety of the New Testament, kind of like that. So it's really amazing. You can go through the whole program. It's pretty easy because even if you're just having a sucky day and you're just going and only like a third of them, I mean, at least you're doing something a lot better than if you ever read one of those one of the chapters from a Greek grammar or any language grammar, and you read the whole thing and then you're like, okay, I didn't understand or remember anything from this whole thing. But what you're doing with Fluent Greek is basically like, okay, I'm going to practice my Spanish. Let me just like text my friend in Spanish and we're going to have a conversation or something like that. Or let me just read a few things in Spanish or whatever like that. You're just interacting with the language. But with Fluent Greek, it makes it an orderly and intentional interaction, not just a random interaction that you might find from picking up some sort of book. Okay, good. Would you recommend learning the declension and conjunction tables while or perhaps after using the natural method? Okay, so I did it before because again I had a textbook when it came to Greek. And I feel that's a good question. But I don't feel like it was super helpful because I feel like while it is a lot more of a slog when you're just hitting a language and then you're just kind of like recognizing those patterns, that it definitely speeds up. Well, in the long run, it's going to speed you up because I feel like when I read through Greek and I have to think about my little declensions in my brain, that it kind of slows me down rather than just like having that kind of instantaneous connection. You know what I'm saying? Am I making any sense here? So I feel like before might have actually been a little bit hurt, a little bit not good for me. So maybe during or after might be helpful. I'm not sure because I've only done it before, and then with Latin, I mean, I haven't even really touched I haven't even really touched the declensions too formally, except a few videos where they will go over them in general. And then I've always found more helpful kind of looking after patterns and then intuitively learning them through interaction. That's been so much. So can you not sign up without putting in credit card? Um, he said that he used to have it. I think he said that he used to have it. Actually, I can message him about that. Oh wait, no. I know what to direct you guys towards. If you go to Twitter, everybody should follow his Twitter. But if you just go to Fluent Greek NT, he has a Twitter. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer any questions that you have that are past my learning abilities. If you DM him, there you go. Some of the technical aspects I don't know. How are we all today? We're doing beautiful. Yeah, perhaps tables only for reference, much like a dictionary. Yeah, because I mean, the way in which languages work, we have to realize, and this is actually why stuff like Fluent Greek is pretty good. The way in which languages work is they're really top heavy. So what I mean by that is if you learn, it's kind of like the 80-20 rule, except it's like the 99-1 rule. Is like 99% of the stuff you're going to be encountering can be can be achieved by memorizing like 2% of the grammar and 2% of the vocabulary, because it's really that 99% of the really obscure and hard and difficult and regular stuff. That's going to be that's going to be the long run part of language. But I mean, at first, and if you just work really hard on getting really good at the basics and those first few things, those words that occur a lot, you're going to be, when you're encountering a text, being able to pick up on a lot of stuff. And then as you go on encountering more of the text, you're going to be able to fill in the gaps, so to speak. So yeah, there's no reason to, like, I don't know, memorize something we didn't memorize. Is called the optative. We did not memorize the optative. I think it occurs maybe a few dozen times in the entirety of the New Testament. It wasn't too common in Koine. It was something that was what was an old, or like memorizing the dual form or something. The dual form is something which is done in Attic Greek, but basically by the Koine period, it had fallen out a lot. Those things, like, yeah, if you happen to encounter it, just look it up in the dictionary. It's like, why are you taking precious time to memorize these really obscure things? Wonderful praise report. I've officially left Protestantism and leaned towards Rome. Let's go, boys. Thanks be to God. How would this stack against something like Ancient Language Institute? I have taken an ancient language, I think 2 Ancient Language Institute classes by now. So with the Ancient Language Institute, really great, amazing. I've always loved my classes there. One thing is, I didn't find my classes to be super flexible, which, I mean, like, when it comes to normal classes, that's just part of taking classes. Is there's a set time, you go there, you do it. It's a lot of speaking time, which is really great. Definitely really wonderful. Not much negatives to say, except I found it sometimes hard to fit in my schedule, and then it is a bit pricey. But I mean, compared to seminary classes, it's nothing. So if you're prepared, if you're paying 50, 60,000, well, 40, well, probably about $50,000 a year in seminary classes, ALI is going to be nothing. I think it's like, what, I want to say 700. I can't. I'm just going to look it up. Ancient language. And the guy Jonathan Roberts, who's ahead of it, he's Chad. He just commented on my Facebook post, actually. So I'm in with all the online language chads. Okay, let me see one of their Koine classes. Yeah, and they have a lot of good stuff too when it comes to, like, learning about the 850. So yeah, 850 is a little pricey, and they have Ancient Greek 101, 102, 201, 202, 301, 302. That's 6 classes, about $700-800 each. So yeah, I mean, compared to seminary stuff, this is going to be nothing. But yeah, it's much pricier than Fluent Greek's, like $15 a month. So, and then you get 20% off if you use my code. So yeah, what's 20% off? $12. Yeah, $12 a month versus that. So it's like they're trying to do different things. If you just want to, because the Ancient Language Institute does have the strength of engaging speaking and written Greek. Is that something which was really a challenge that I really enjoyed. That, and I guess it kind of forced it, because I mean, with something like Fluent Greek, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm actually busy, so I just give up." But I mean, if you shell out $800 for something, you're gonna finish it. Yeah, there are a few material about ancient language not focusing all the time. I know, it's so terrible. It's like, yeah, that's definitely how, like, like, even most people's, like, Spanish high school classes don't get taught like that. Like, what is wrong with you? And you know whose fault it is? It's the Protestants' fault. No cap. That's kind of cringe. I can't believe I just said no cap. Man, I'm distracted. Okay, Protestants' fault. 19th century German institutions. They use this garbage sort of language teaching method that for some reason everybody's like, "Oh, this is so great," and and they soy jacked over garbage language methods. And then now, like, before you could teach like a farm kid who grew up drinking like stream water and like ate bread for the first like 13 years of his life. And you could teach that kid. You could teach him Latin in like a year and a half. And then now you have people in like freaking PhD programs who like go through like 4 years, 4 years of Latin, and they don't learn, they can't remember it after like a few months. Like, where do we go, man? Where do we go? Which is why I should sign up to Fluent Creek. Oh, that's man, that's painful. I studied Old Babylonian with my Assyriology professor, and 95% of it was just looking in a cuneiform dictionary. Yeah, that must be brutal because I know a lot of like weird languages like that with that severely lack somebody who has written a grammar for it. Like you're basically stuck with doing stuff like that. I've noticed you've also taken classes at Davenant. So do you really hate Protestants that much? No, no, no. I'm actually an Emlet student at Davenant. No, I just really like Davenant. I mean that. So in undergrad, I kind of fell in love with a lot of the Reformed scholastic tradition that I was encountering. So I like a lot of stuff that they do. That, and I mean, it's always nice as a Roman Catholic to have expertise in an area of Protestant theology. I mean, I think it definitely helps out with. I mean, you'll get like Roman Catholics going out there and studying like Byzantine stuff. So why not have a Roman Catholic studying a Protestant scholasticism? So yeah, I actually do. I meme on the Protestants a lot, but the real ones know that all the ultra super rad treads hate me because I have a secret love for some of what they've said. Because okay, I won't go on about it on the parts that I like, but yeah. But obviously, I still think they're heretics, and I think well, not Davenant Institute. Well, technically yes, Davenant Institute, but when it comes to the Protestants that I study, like obviously, yeah, I think they're heretics, but I don't think we should. I think they would definitely think I'm a heretic too, but we shouldn't be so fragile as to just not want to hurt one another's feelings when we have these conversations. I like Assimil a lot. I learned French with it. There's even Egyptian available. Unfortunately, they have ancient Greek. I mean, the one used by Homer, not Koine. When it comes to a lot of the basics of Greek, they're a bit interchangeable. So yeah, I even know places that won't even teach separate classes for both. Like the Athanase is used by Ancient Language Institute for their Koine class, even though technically it's covering earlier material than that. So let me see. Okay, now for what I was actually trying to do. Okay, let's go back to the main page. So efficient, economical, $15 a month. Remember code Militant, 20% off. And then intuitive. Oh yeah, there's another really cool thing about this is it's going to consider your current knowledge of Greek and then present you with selections that are at or above your level. So you're not, if you already know Greek, it's not going to like bring you back to the beginning. I mean, I guess you could set it to that if you want, but if you already know Greek, you can bring yourself up to that, and then it's gonna like lift you up from there. Okay, so trying to see if there's anything I forgot to cover. Okay, here we go. Let us start our 14-day free trial. Okay, I'm going to stop that real quick while I put my email in. Email address Militant Thomist at gmail.com. Okay, password. I am not telling you my password. Discount code Militant. I'm going to reshare my screen. Sign up. Activate your account. Okay, save. Oh, wait, I should probably take that back again. I'm going to give all you guys my credit card information. Okay. I'll have to make sure I remember. I already have my account for my own email. I need to. Okay. It texted me a code. Let me check my codes. There you go. Code is. Oh wait, do not share with anybody. Ooh, that was +1. There you go. Signing up with my one-time code. Oh, I literally. Let us see. Oh dang. This might be a very short stream. Okay, I'll just put my credit card in. Why is my PayPal working? That's weird. Which is a reminder, if you want to donate for a one-time donation, militantthomist@gmail.com. Well, actually, that won't work. I haven't set it up yet because I'm a dummy. Christian Wagner 7x at gmail.com. Ooh. I'm at RBC right now. Did you ever have Tweedale as a professor? Yeah, do yourself a favor and don't mention my name if you're at RBC. It could be just as a tip, real quick, or you might be meeting Tweedale. Yeah, I did have Tweedale. Tweedale's a very nice guy. I have nothing bad to say about him from my time at RBC. There's really only one professor at RBC that I had a problem with. All the rest of them were great. Yeah, I can respect you a lot because of that, Christian. Some of the Roman Catholics, they can't even articulate to me and never have why they consider Protestant heretics that go off no respect. True. What? Why? Okay. Should I even go into this during this stream? Nah. You can actually. That is the wrong email right there for a Christian Wagner 7x7 at gmail.com if you want a direct donation, anybody. But yeah, I was kind of kicked out of RBC for heresy, so that's awkward. Yeah, so I know I kind of have to explain to everybody every time I say I was kicked out of. Every time I was kicked out of RBC, I have to say like not for moral reasons. I always tell people. Okay, you do not like me right now. Okay, I'm getting back to signing up. Okay, let's go put in my credit card. Anybody want to see my credit card number? Just kidding. Okay. Does this have? Yes, it does. Okay, good. It has my whole credit card saved. I'll like go get my wallet and then pull out my credit card. That'd be fun stream activity. Let's have everybody see my address and my credit card number. That would be fun. Okay. And then my phone, and then my email. Militant Thomist at gmail.com. There you go. No, I don't want an account right now. Okay. No, hopefully I remember to What? PayPal doesn't work at the moment? What are you doing, PayPal? Bruh. This is tragic. Okay. Well, guess we're just gonna investigate the rest of the website right now. Man, PayPal is not coming to the rescue right now. Okay, so okay. Oh wait, am I already logged in? I'm already logged into my Fluent Greek account. That's why it wasn't working. You know what? Let's. There you go, man. I was just being a dummy. Oh wait, is it my Militant Thomist account? My trial period has ended. This Militant Thomist account was created like 5 seconds ago. Man, what is does anybody here work for submit? Dang, dude, you guys are brutal. Anybody here work for PayPal? If Protestant true, what's MT's credit card number? Oh, you're a software engineer. You're a full stack software engineer. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Now let's try this. Let's try this again. Because this is okay. If you have an existing account. Okay, click here. Wait, sign in. Dang, dude, you are really not liking me right now. Okay, weird. Weird. You're being weird on me, dude. Do I not even like know my own email? Because it's saying my email doesn't exist. Oh, I know what might be happening. Is it like literally my Apologia Anglicana email? That would be super awkward. Oh, okay. Well, guess we're going to be going into other parts of the website because they're not liking me. Okay. So we're going to be going over how the process works. So first, in order to read this sentence, which is, but a certain Jew whose name was Apollos, born of Alexandria, or from born of Alexandria, eloquent man. He came to Ephesus, being powerful in the scriptures. Boom. You'll need to be familiar with Greek alphabet, with word meaning, parsing, and then grammar. So with the Greek alphabet, they'll teach you the Greek alphabet at first, pronunciation, punctuation. And then after you learn the letters, they'll teach you how to combine letters into words, word meaning and parsing. With word meaning, they'll teach you in two ways. So actually, this is what I was talking about. So they'll start you off with flashcards. So they'll put these flashcards that you can like memorize, like Estine or something like that. Like the really like common ones that you'll just see everywhere. Like day is another one. It's like but or and. It's like super. You'll see it just like everywhere, or like Kai, or something like that. It'll be everywhere. So basic definitions of really common words. You'll get flashcards with that. And then as they say, flashcards are useful in the beginning, but are not a good long-term strategy. When you must learn thousands of words, as you must when aiming for fluency in any language, flashcard review becomes hopelessly inefficient, stretching to hours a day. Instead, the best way to encounter new words in actual sentences and read those sentences frequently enough that the words stick in your memory. This is the recommended method after you've learned 50 or so words using the vocabulary flashcard tool. So really, you're only with flashcards, if you hate flashcards, you're only going to learn like 50 words with flashcards. After that, you're going to just be, they're going to give you sentences, actual sentences that you're going to encounter. And then they're going to teach you about parsing. So you're going to know not only the word, but like the form of the word. So if it's plural, singular, or anything. And then you're going to, where this is going to be the bad part, is this is their recommended, actually. So this answers the question somebody asked earlier. Declension and conjunction tables. They're going to suggest after, because they're going to say after you have, after you've encountered all of these sentences, then you're going to want to start looking at a textbook for what you already into. So it's going to be making explicit what you already implicitly know. So yeah, that's going to be their recommended. So they'll get you here, really learning all the basics of word meaning, alphabet, parsing. You're gonna be getting intuitively knowing a lot of that grammar. But if you want a really scientific overview, you're gonna want to move on to that textbook. So let's click right there. Let's see where we get. So here, we get some about the Greek alphabet.
Hi, this is James with FluentGreekNT.com. Learning to pronounce Greek words is a crucial first step in your study of New Testament Greek. To help you with that, in this video, I will pronounce the most common Greek words found in the New Testament, letter by letter. But first, a tip for those who are just starting out and don't know the alphabet yet. I encourage you to focus on the lowercase forms.
Oh, that's a 15-minute long video. Oops. I thought that said like a minute 50 seconds. Yes. So alphabet. Yeah, you guys don't need to do alphabet. I got to get a video of him doing what I was trying to show you guys how to do. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let me help. I'm stuck. Oh. Well, I hope this was I don't. Man, that kind of stinks that sign up didn't work. Actually, what I might do is I might just let me see if it's working now. See if I can sign into my account. That's super weird that they're just like, actually, we're not going to let you. We're not going to let you sign into your Fluent Greek account. Come on now, internet. What is wrong with you? Oh, what if I click forgot password? Okay. Password reset email will only be sent if you have an account. Okay, send me instructions. So if you're listening to the replay, you can skip like 2 minutes from now because we need to find this email. Okay, let us look. Dang. Okay, let me look at my spam. This is crazy. Oh, make sure you check your spam. Like, what kind of crazy PayPal? It's all PayPal's fault. Okay, PayPal is just going crazy here. Okay, let me check. You're a Reformed Baptist. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, what kind of in-denial Presbyterian? Are you like the militant PayPal? Bro, PayPal just not liking us right now. What kind of Presbyterian? Are you like Rock Band PCA Presbyterian, or are you like Sabbatarian OPC Presbyterian? That's the question. Okay, let me see. Drafts, spam. Okay. Yeah, I cannot find it. Okay, good question. What's the difference between Attic Greek and New Testament Greek? It's actually it's like not like what we think of. Like when we think of like old Middle English and stuff like that, like we think of like a massive difference to a language we can barely even understand. We have to recognize that there just weren't these cataclysmic cultural shifts like that as much in the ancient world. So the difference between Attic Greek and New Testament Greek is really not a bunch. If you're really good with one or the other, it's like what they used to do is in high school and in undergrad, you would learn Greek before education went crazy in the 20th century. You used to learn Greek. So when you go to seminary, what they would do is they would just give you like a kind of like remedial, like short grammar to help you out with no understanding the few grammatical nuances that are found in Greek. But it's not like just a massive difference between the two. A lot of the basic stuff you don't even need a specific course which treats one or the other. You can get something that treats the both. So if you like, let's say you go to Fluent Greek and you want to learn, you're interested in Attic stuff, like learning the basics through Fluent Greek, you'll be fine, and you'll just need to pick up an Attic textbook to learn some of the grammatical nuances, so to say. So, okay. Unfortunately, I don't think for some reason I don't think PayPal went through. So very sad, very sad. So let's do a crusade against PayPal. But that's all I have. So thank you. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. I'll use your code to sign up. W. That's what you get. You get a W. And you all will learn Greek. And you'll be really good at Greek. And then maybe we can even call like the customer service, but the Greek customer service to PayPal, that we can harass them in Greek about their lack of services on this occasion, because they make me very sad. So I'll talk to you guys later. Tomorrow, I think I'm going over John 6 tomorrow. Some of my thoughts on John 6. Interesting stuff. Chrysostom, St. John Chrysostom, St. Augustine, they didn't interpret John 6 like you think they did. You've been told your whole life. Catholic Answers propaganda, I'm telling you, they told you everybody always forever until the dumb poo-poo man Luther said that all of John 6 is talking about the Eucharist, but that's not what a lot of the fathers say, and that's not a lot of what the post-Tridentine theologians said, even some of the best Eucharistic theologians like Franzlin. So it's going to be really fun. I guess maybe eventually the other Paul and I will have to do a discussion on that, because we were arguing on Twitter about it the other day. So you know what those Twitter fights do. Anathematize PayPal, so true king. But I will see. This is the third time I've said goodbye, but I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye. And remember, it's Trinity Tide. So we worship one God in Trinity and Trinity in unity.